Hello, YouTube. I'm new CENTER Maine meteorologist Jason Nappi. You know, I can't start things off with not doing a pizza cast, right? My first one, I'll get into the fair forecast in the next 7 to 10 days. Got a couple fair forecasts with the Freiburg Fair. We've got also the Cumberland Fair. So I'm going to do those. But first, obviously, let's talk about some pizza. Yeah, this is just a regular cheese pie here on Wednesday. Thursday, margarita, and then Friday, Detroit style with the crispy edges. So that'll get you started here. Follow along on the socials if you like. Let's do some weather now. Let's talk about what's going to be happening here as we get into fall fair season in Maine. This is on Monday. If you're watching on Sunday, Monday, or even later in the week, it's still going to be valid. This forecast is going to get better and better each day. So for the Cumberland Fair, been around for a long time. It's the 151st Cumberland Fair here in Maine. Cool start at 9 o'clock, 58, breezy, light coat, and then dry at 62. Now, along the coastline for your Monday, you're going to have that breeze kicking up because of what's left of Ophelia down moving to the south. So there's be a kind of a pressure gradient there. But as we get through the week from Monday on, things are going to improve somewhat dramatically. We're going to go from 67, a bit breezy, dry, a little cooler Tuesday, no frost at the coast. And then on Wednesday, it's just the best day. 70 degrees on Wednesday as we get really close to October there. And the reason why we're going to have such great weather and a perfect start to fall fair season here in Maine is because this big ridge comes into the jet stream. This is the weather highway, okay? And this time of the year, when it goes up north, we don't get incredible heat like you get in the summertime. We get this big ridge here, trough here, and we are on the good side of the ridge in a good placement. So let's also talk about Lobster Week. There are a lot of discounts going on at your favorite restaurants statewide. I'll take a look at a few locations. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there's a few pots of lobster that I've had over my last several months here. And really, it just looks phenomenal each and every day. However you have it, no matter what restaurant you're going to. Let's start off in Bangor. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we'll go out a little bit from Monday on. We'll go to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, into the weekend, the upcoming weekend here. Just perfect on Thursday. There are a few restaurants up around Bangor that are going to be doing those specials. As we get to Friday, just get your lobster here. 74 degrees. Hopefully you can have that lobster outdoors. And then on Saturday, upcoming weekend, it is a dream come true. Remember, temperatures are going up now as we're getting into the end of September and into October pretty soon. So how about Presque Isle up in the county? 72 and amazing. Not as warm as Bangor, but still very nice. A few clouds, but still lobster on Friday. And then on Saturday, up in the county, just pinch me. 71 degrees. And I believe this is the last day. It's the last day of September. Okay. I mean, that is really nice weather as we're getting to turn the page into October pretty quickly. So how about down southern coast here, Kennebunk, or the Kennebunks, you want to call it? Just why are you inside on Thursday? You should be out getting lobster, right? Or maybe pizza. Friday, dreaming of lobster, 67, another stellar day. And then as we get to Saturday, the last day of September, this is peak Maine here. Upper 60s, humidity is gone, perfect fall weather, perfect for the fairs or whatever you're doing outdoors. The European computer model here, which is really very good most of the time. This time I'm full on board. Future rainfall, this is through Saturday and Sunday of the upcoming weekend. Notice how much rain here is accumulating. Just about none, except mid-coast, a little bit, Penobscot Bay, and just a little bit there, southern York County. That's it. That's several days. That's talking about 7, 8, 9 days out, taking the computer models about as far as they're going to go, okay? So speaking of taking them out a little bit far, uncomfortably far, some would say, but I'm going to go into October 1st, the Freiburg Fair, okay? How about 9 o'clock in the morning? Light jacket, 57. Like, think about going into the upcoming weekend, that Sunday, what you're going to do for the Freiburg Fair, which has been around since the 1850s, I believe. Legendary. No coat needed at noon, and then by 5 o'clock, it's sunglasses. I mean, temperature of 70 degrees in October up at the Freiburg Fair. And then I'm going to take it out even more. How about this? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. This is the opening. I think it's an 8-day event. It's just incredible. 74, 75, and then Tuesday of the upcoming, well, it's really be the next week, but you get the idea. So you can watch this video all the way up until the 3rd of October, and there's just no reason not to go. 74, bring the whole family, enjoy it. And as far as this week goes here, I'm just describing the weather in ways I don't know if I've ever described it in my career. Let's go take a look back up a second. This is going to be airing for Sunday to Monday here. It's the 24th, 25th, whatnot. Sun for all, valley frost in the northern kind of wind-sheltered valleys on Tuesday. But look at these afternoon temperatures inland. Mid-70s here, peak Maine, what you're going to dream of. And then you're thinking about the pumpkin patch the upcoming weekend. I mean, incredible weather. These are not typos. This is actually the forecast. I made this forecast today, and I have not really seen any reason to put any drops of rain. It will be a little breezy on Monday along the coastline, and then we start to warm up even at the coast, which is normally a little bit cooler because of that ocean not being quite that warm. Stellar. Wow. And then just go ahead and pinch me on Friday. 67. I mean, smiling ear to ear right now with this weather. Life is wonderful and peak Maine. Yeah, I'm just using words and descriptors that you just don't really use around here, but in September and early October, some of the best weather, the stuff that we endured, one of the craziest summers. It was one of the wettest, one of the warmest overnight lows, and we also had obviously a lot of humidity this summer. It's all gone. Okay, just erase those memories now. This is what we're going to do. Enjoy some of the best fair weather you could possibly have, and maybe even a few slices of pizza. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.